Are you someone who's consistently going live or posting videos but getting zero traffic or very little traffic? Maybe you're someone who has been told that they need to start using paid advertising to drive traffic, but you're not 100% sold on that idea. Maybe you're worried that you're wasting so much time and energy creating videos and you're never actually going to gain traction without a paid strategy because you've been trying organically and it's just not working for you. So if that's you, you're going to want to stick around. I'm teaching my top 3 strategies to start driving traffic to your videos as soon as possible. No ad spend is required. In fact, for the majority of my students, I actually recommend that you wait to spend money on ads until you know how to convert and to drive traffic organically. Because here's the thing, paid videos, right? Paid sponsored videos from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube are just organic content, free content with money behind it, right? It's just fuel behind free content. So if your warm leads, your warm audience is not stopping for your videos, they aren't engaging with your videos, and these are people who know you and presumably trust you, why would a cold audience be stopping? Like, I personally think there's more work that should be done for the messaging. So let me know in the comments right now. Number one, give me a hashtag live if you're here live, or a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay of this video. But also let me know, are you someone right now who has been investing in paid ads or thinking about using them to drive traffic? You can give me a yes or no. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with using paid advertising. I personally use it, but I only started investing in it once I knew that my traffic and my videos could convert organically, right? And I'm going to give some case studies throughout this video too of students who went from literally having only like 8 to 10 people watching their videos to implementing these strategies I'm going to give you and having 50 to 60 people watching them within a week. Awesome. So again, let me know if you're here live or if you are watching the replay. So you got a bunch of people here live. All right, awesome. Let's jump into this. And just so you know, if you're new to me, if you're new to this channel or this content, I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube right now. My name's Alex. I'm a video marketing strategist who's helped close to 2,000 students master the art of video. And I mean really simple and fun, highly converting videos that don't require a lot of tech and just have allowed them to get rid of the overwhelm. So I'm going to get straight to the content. But before I do, I also have a very, very special gift that I am giving to all of you just in this video today. And essentially, I am going to be giving away the behind the scenes of how I wrote the script for this video that you are watching right here. So comment banana bread. I've got the secret code word banana bread. Put banana bread in the comments right now if you want to see the 19-minute, it's actually 20 minutes and something seconds video that I recorded where I showed you exactly how I wrote out the script for this video that I'm doing for you right now. And I recorded this just a few hours ago, really last minute. So put banana bread and I will send it your way. All right, let's get into the main content. All right, so we're going to be talking about, like I said, the 3 tips that you can be using right away to start driving traffic. Okay, so let's talk about tip number 1. And tip number 1 is about publishing a predictable release schedule. Right? So what does that mean? So a release schedule is basically giving your audience an idea of like, when can they expect videos? Because we want to start to like essentially train your audience on when they can show up. So if at the beginning of every month you put together a video release schedule where you're like, all right, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be going live and here are the topics, mark your calendar for these events. You're going to have more people who are excited and will mark their calendar for the events that are coming up. To support that release, You're going to have reminders that go out as well. One of the best ways to do this is through Facebook events. This is my absolute favorite way. It's why I love Facebook for going live and video events and things like that. But you can also schedule events and notify people through YouTube scheduling as well. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I am going to give all of you an example of why I freaking love events. So give me 1 second here to get this up. Okay, cool. So this is today's event. How to drive traffic to your videos without ad spend. If you said going to this event, right, or even if you didn't, like, Facebook will notify all the people who hit going or maybe and remind them about this event, right? Let me know in the comments if you got those reminders. So this is a great way, but also all these people who hit going or maybe I am able to tag in my Facebook version of this video where I can say, hey, if you missed this video, like, I just wanted to share it with you here right now. Let me know what your biggest learnings were and takeaways. So I'm not tagging random people. I'm tagging people who asked for this. I'm tagging people who are like, I'm so excited about this thing. I want to learn more about it. So it's me coming from like a service mindset more than anything, right? So this is a really big one. Create that predictable release schedule and start creating events, training your audience on when to show up, and have reminders that are going out. More often than not, when you get those reminders of people, either they're going to come live or they're going to watch the recordings of when they actually, they're going to watch the recordings when they do have the time. Okay, so give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the comments if this is making sense to you, or if you have any questions on any of this, let me know. But I had one of my students use these strategies. We actually just had a call yesterday in my video marketing accelerator who was like, in the span of like a week or two, I went from having like 8 to 12 people every week watching my videos to having between 50 to 60 people watching their videos just by creating this really predictable schedule and starting to create events and getting better at driving existing traffic and training their audience. So don't sleep on this technique. I know I share about this a lot, but it is such a game changer when you use it correctly. Okay, I see a lot of people saying yes, makes sense. Awesome. All right, we're going to move on to strategy 2 when we're thinking about driving traffic to your videos. Strategy 2 is a fun one. So when we are thinking about strategy number 2, this is creating with continuity in mind. So I know you might be thinking like, what the heck does that mean, Alex, creating with continuity? So basically what it means is that there's a difference between a single video and a video series, which is what the continuity would be. So a single video might be something like how to drive traffic to your videos, right? This is a single video, but creating with continuity would be if I did a video series on the best ways to drive traffic. And let's say I did 5 videos over the course of a week, right? That would be a video series. So people who are watching the first one and I'm like, look out for part 2, are going to come back the next day, watch part 2, and then come back for part 3. And you're building momentum, and then more and more people are going to start watching. So I wanted to share an example of when this worked really well. I did a series a couple months back. I actually did this series while I was on the road. I moved from Boston, Massachusetts to Austin, Texas. And I was like, you know what? While I'm in the car, while I'm at these hotels, it's a super long drive. It was like 30 plus hours. I'm going to make this video series. So this is a new YouTube channel. If you haven't looked at my channel yet, definitely check it out. There's a lot of good stuff. But I did this little mini video series on the 4 shifts to creating powerful videos. And I did one every single day. And here's the thing. On day 1, I had a ton of people who got a lot of value. And then they were like, so excited for day 2. And then excited for day 3, day 4, and so on and so forth. So it's helpful also to have these little series that you do if you're looking to get your engagement up and keep it for longer as well, as long as it's something that's actually helping people. And I see a really, really good question from Catherine saying, how long should these videos be? Is 10 minutes enough? So I'm really big on, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. It's about what win you are helping your audience achieve, right? And that means that if you are able to help people get a win in 10 minutes, amazing. Why stretch it out to 20 minutes, to 30 minutes, right? Like, people want things they can start doing and they are limited on time. So I'm personally, again, of the opinion, focus on the quality, focus on what win you are giving them. And the quicker you can start to give it to them, the better as well. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense to all of you. Let me know if you have any questions. But create with continuity in mind is a great way to start driving more traffic to your videos, because then people will start to come to your videos and they'll look for the next one and the next one in this amazing video series that will help them accomplish something specific. And a lot of times when that video series does a good job, they start to recommend it to other people and it starts to spread too. And then the algorithm starts recognizing, oh, hey, these videos are great. Let's show them to more people. Okay, perfect. So if this makes sense to you, comment, create with continuity, so I know that you are all good. And we're going to move to number 3. So number 3, when we're thinking about driving traffic to your videos, is something that I hope that you're thinking about. And it's something that I've talked a lot about before, but I really want to put this in a little bit of a different perspective today. So principle 3 is essentially to future-proof your video content, right? If you are struggling to drive traffic to your videos, right? And you are relying solely on an algorithm, meaning you are posting your content and relying solely on Facebook to do the work, solely on YouTube to do the work, solely on TikTok to do the work. That's important. Like, you want to make sure that your content is tailored so that the algorithm likes it and pushes it out, right? It's a huge help when it does work. But do not be a slave to a social media algorithm. I see this all the time where I get on calls with online business owners and I ask them, you've been creating video and you have all these videos. How big is your email list? And they're like, oh, well, I haven't quite gotten around to that yet. And that is a huge, huge problem. If you are building your audience on rented land, you are going to have a lot of problems down the road, because here's the thing. Facebook's algorithm could change, TikTok's could change, YouTube's could change. They could all of a sudden go from liking you to not liking you to changing things up or whatever. Like, you are not in control of those platforms. You are not in control of how you get traffic to those things, right? There's only so much you can do, versus when you have full control over your marketing, meaning like you don't have to be that slave to an algorithm. So if I go live on Facebook, I don't care if Facebook doesn't push it out, because I have all your emails, right? Either from joining my Facebook group or challenges or courses. So I can just send an email out and be like, hey, check out this video that I did earlier today. I think it's important that you watch it. So it doesn't matter to me if my Facebook shut down. I mean, it wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would be okay, because I'm thinking with the worst case scenario in place, and I do not want to be a slave to any social media algorithm, right? So let me know if this is all making sense so far to you, and if you've got that strategy in place. And the last thing I'll say on this too is, regardless of whatever social media algorithms there are, like, you want to be so good that people look for you. And I'll give an example. I don't like to create on TikTok. Like, I tried TikTok and I used it for a little while, and there's a lot of potential. I have nothing against TikTok. There's a lot of people who've had success on it, but that algorithm needs you to post all the freaking time. So I'm not a fan of it, right? I do not want to be a slave to that algorithm. I do not want to live my life like that. So so I'm all set. But I do follow people on TikTok, and there's a lot of accounts that sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get shown them, sometimes I don't. But there's certain people that I'm like, I love these people. They are so good that I will look for them. Where like I know that TikTok isn't going to show me all the things I want because their algorithm's forever changing. So I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to look for the people that I like best. And that's what you want to think about. Like if you disappeared, like if the algorithm stopped showing your stuff to your audience, would they look for you? Would they want to still be in your life? Would they still want to be in your inner circle, right? If your platform shut down, would they follow you wherever you went? Like, are you making that kind of impact on them, right? That's a really, really important kind of distinction. So just again, driving home the point, you don't want to be a slave to any social media algorithm. And instead you want to be so good people look for you, and you want to be in control of your marketing, right? All right. So I hope this was all super, super helpful. So just to recap, again, we want to create a predictable release schedule for your videos. We want to create with continuity. And then lastly, we want to future-proof your video. So these tips are ones that you are going to be able to implement right away. Let me know below in the comments, which thing are you going to start doing either today or in the next 7 days to make a difference? Because this information only means so much if you're not implementing the information, right? So don't just be the person who consumes and doesn't execute. Awesome. So happy you guys got a lot of value. Don't forget, if you are someone who wants to see the behind the scenes of how I wrote the script for this video, the one I'm on live right now, the one I'm recording right now, comment banana bread, because what I'm going to do is I am going to shoot you a DM, shoot you a message. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will post I'll post the link on there. But I will shoot you a message with the 20-minute script writing video where I literally walk behind the scenes the whole process of how I went from not having anything planned except the topic to having the full thing planned out and just delivered to you in this 20-minute video. So comment banana bread. Let me know if you want that. And if you want my help getting to the next level with your videos, you can still join the Video Skills Lab. It's $9 a month where you get live coaching. We have 2 Zoom coaching calls every single month. We have an entire library of content. It's getting a full makeover too this month. And we've got an amazing group with live streams and a lot of other stuff to make sure that you're building an incredible library of content that your audience can consume and build trust with and then convert from there. So the link to that is in the description as well. Awesome. Well, I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you got so much value from this video. If you watched live, drop me a hashtag live, or if you watch the replay, hashtag replay, and I will see you soon.